SafeLaunch has taken off. We did a video not that long ago, within a week, and it's gone from around 69 cents to over $2. But we want to look at the grander picture. What should we expect from SafeLaunch? It's an IDO platform. It's a private allocation platform. It's an NFT pad platform, all baked into one. But today we're going to look at the fundamentals, but we're also going to look at the technicals and the price action so you can plan and prepare your emotions, because a lot of you are preparing and leveraging the IDOs that are coming up, and they've got quite a few good projects coming up, so you want to kind of look into that as well. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jiggy. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008. Normally focused on currencies, but now exclusively on cryptocurrency. So let's dive straight in. Right, so SafeLaunch right now, if we look at the price on CoinGecko, it's $1.69 as of today, but its all-time high has been $1.91. But when I look at the price on Dex Tools, I saw a high of $2.02. So we did a video not that long ago with SafeLaunch, but I'm going to cover the technicals. But before, what I want to kind of remind you, we did the video on, when was it? October 27th. Was that 4 or 5 days ago? 4 or 5 days ago, what SafeLaunch is from a fundamentals perspective. And I want to do a quick reminder, because I'm listening to my community, I'm listening to your comments on YouTube. And, you know, if you're new to IDOs and private rounds, how to kind of really get familiar with it. And we want to get familiar with it fast, because we're in that last 20-30% of this bull market. There's going to be a lot of opportunity, but you need to be sharp. So we want to make sure we've got sharp skills. And then we're going to look at a few other things. So let me just pull up the deck that I put together for SafeLaunch. Right, I'm not going to go over it in detail. You can watch the other previous video with SafeLaunch. But you know, it's an IDO platform, but it's actually more than IDOs. But we're just covering the concept of IDOs. You know, we're looking to get into baby projects early, because that's where the massive upside potential is in play. Right, really, really, really important to understand. We covered it, you know, as babies, but also as seeds. Right, seeds growing into giant oak trees, but we want to get in that seed stage. We also covered that IDOs we know are super powerful. Right, and one of my favorites is the Bluezilla team, right? The Bluezilla team with all their launch pads, but currently they're quite expensive, right? They're currently quite expensive, because Postpad is coming out in the next 5 days on the 8th. Today's the 1st, so in a week's time it's coming out. Today is 1st of November, 12 p.m. UK time. Man, UK time went back an hour recently, but UTC time stays the same. So I missed a couple of IDOs, because I mistimed it, but it happens, right? It happens. Beneath every success is a mountain of necessary failure, and failure is the key and the secret to learning. All right, so SafeLaunch, you know, 5th of July, they did their own IDO, is multi-chain, cross-chain IDO platform. But the thing that most people don't realize, why they're so undervalued, is that they're a private round. I want to cover that, so make sure you understand that. They're a IDO round, so initial DEX offering, and then now they're also an NFT pad. So an NFT launch pad for INOs, and they got another one coming out today, I think. We'll have a look at it. You know, we are moving into IDO season, so you need to take the IDOs very, very seriously. We covered, you know, CryptoBlaze did a 40x, Federa did 12x. We're going to look at Gamey. One of the other things that people don't realize is you only need 6,000 SafeX tokens to get their broker level their membership, and that gives you a $250 guaranteed allocation, and the opportunity to do a first come, first serve and get a further $750, right? But what I wanted to jump into today is just a quick reminder. Gamey was one of their IDOs, initial DEX offering on the Safe Pad. So you got Safe Allocation, which is private. You got Safe Pad, which is IDO, and then you got NFT Pad, which is for NFTs. So let's now just jump back into the live chart, right? We're going to go into Gamey, right? Gamey has done quite well. It's a Turkish team. It's esports. It's play to earn. But the IDO was down here, and it listed at 10 cents, and it's gone as high. If we get the candlesticks up, candlesticks will let you get the peak price. You know, and these are the prices that get quoted when in terms of multiples. The peak price was, according to Dex Tools, $1.70. $1.70. That's a 17x. 17x. So that's not bad actually, because a lot of people I know got $250 allocation. That's the guaranteed in my community, especially those people that took action times 17 at its peak was 4,250, right? And that almost pays for your membership. But I also know some people manage to get in the first come, first serve round where you get $1,000 allocation in total, times 17. I mean, come on, 17 grand, that's pretty healthy. Pretty healthy. Yeah, so gaming's done quite well. What I wanted to jump into next was just kind of making sure you understand that there's three main products. So SafeLaunch, I love him and I hate him at the same time. I love him because the product's brilliant, right? As in, they're bringing great projects, you get major allocations, and so on and so forth. They got 3-in-1. That's very unusual. You got private round, public round, as in IDO and NFT pad, but they could probably advertise it better, right? So that's why I'm just gonna try and show you this. So this here, safe allocation, is the private round. So Sugar Bounce was yesterday. I bloody missed it. Because it said 1 p.m. UTC time, which is normally 2 p.m. UK time. But clocks went back the other day and I didn't connect the two, so I missed Sugar Bounce. Earther was a play to earn game. Playpad was the week before. These are all private rounds, right? And normally in private rounds, there's around a 4 to 6 week period before the IDO, right? So there's a longer waiting period, but you tend to get a better token price. So to give you an example, a good example would be Federa. Federa at private round, you would have got the token price at 10 cents. But if we go to the top now and we go to SafePad, which is the IDO platform. So you got private round, SafePad is the IDO, and then normally the token generation event, the listing, happens either the same day or within a week. And Federa over here, you can see it did both private round, which was around a month, 6 weeks ago, and this was the other week. It was 15 cents. So you're paying 50 cents or 50% more, but it's still very, very cheap. So you can kind of get the picture of why the benefits of private round. You're treated as a venture capitalist, a retail venture capitalist, or an angel investor. But now they've also got NFT pad, right? This is what really caused the price to kind of surge even before I did my video, because this is a big deal because you have to normally buy a whole separate membership. If you're looking at the Bluezilla team, a whole separate membership for something like the NFT launch, which is very cool, by the way, because they did Gospers the other day. That's done really, really well. Excited about that project. They did Spooky Voodoo on Halloween, which is quite cool. So I'm kind of getting to grips with all these NFTs. So this is happening today. This is SafeLaunch BCMH, which is Blockchain Monster Hunt, right? So it's a play to earn game. But remember, you got two separate parts when it comes to play to earn. You got the NFTs, which are the items in the game. So you have the NFT contract or the NFT item, and then you have the tokens. So you have the token itself. So you'll find, like, even with another good one was Crypto Blades. Crypto Blades, this is the INO, initial NFT offering of the land in Crypto Blades. But then the private round, if we go down, you'll see in Crypto Blades here, you would have got the tokens for 0.02 for the private round tokens. So you need to get familiar with the differences. I know it's a lot, but it is what it is. So we just want to make sure that we're understanding the game. So even with Gospers on the Bluezilla launchpads, they had their IGO, initial game offering on Game Zone, and then they had their INO, initial NFT offering, or NDO, initial, so it's NFT decentralized offering, I think it is. Yeah, it's all the same jargon, right? But that was on NFT launch. So that's the Gospers NFTs baked in with the Gospers token for the game. So there's two separate things happening. So but the great thing with SafeLaunch is you got all of them in one platform. You got private round, public round. They're the same other than the fact of the timing. And then you got NFT pad, which is the NFT for the game itself, right? That's the part. So I just wanted to kind of get that clear, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Because I'm getting used to play to earn myself. I've downloaded Axie Infinity. I'm playing Axie Infinity. I should probably play it a bit more. Just kind of getting used to the SLP tokens, buying your Axies, the utility of the NFTs, right? So it's more than just digital art. It's more than just digital land. They have utility. So I know with Gospers, they're going to have token drops. You're going to be able to breed your Gospers. I want to do a separate video on Gospers because it's a very interesting game. I was on the AMA yesterday. But anyway, I digress. So what I want to finish on today is, let's just look at the price of SafeLaunch, right? SafeLaunch, right? Because most people that are not used to dealing with projects and price movements panic too much, right? And I want you to understand markets move up and down for a reason, and it's healthy for breathers, for corrections to occur. A market that only moves up is a bad market because it tends to crash. It's like move up, have a breather, have a sprint, have a rest, have a sprint, have a rest. We want to get into that habit. So I know a lot of you have staked your SFEX tokens to get your broker or higher membership, and you're participating in the IDOs, which is great. But then you might be watching the price go up and down with SafeLaunch. So we want to be aware of what's likely to occur and how to just manage your emotions. So when I'm looking at the SafeLaunch tokenomics, or sorry, the token price, we did the video when it was around 69 cents, which is around down here, and then it done this nice movement to the upside. And this just looked like to me a nice, movement up here. This was back in, when was this? This was July. This was back in July. And then it did this complex, what looks like a wave 2 correction. If I look at it like this, wave 2 correction, bum, 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 bum. And then it had this amazing, nice, beautiful wave 3. And what comes after a wave 3, because this is in the typical wave 3 zone, it's healthy for it to do a wave 4. But it's no need to panic. No need to panic. Wave 4s are healthy. It's a profit-taking wave. For people that are not participating in IDOs, they're just speculating, which is also fine. That's just part of the game, and is okay to know the game. And then we should expect a wave 5. So I'm anticipating that SafeLaunch, before any big correction, should get to around $2.34. So that's my short-sightedness. This is $2.34. This is a typical wave 5 region. There is a higher point, which is up here, which is more closer towards $3, $2.96. Right. So this is the range that we're anticipating. But if you're staking for 30 days, you're getting rewards. Excuse me. Be mindful on SafeLaunch. I don't think the number on the APY, I would love it if they corrected it. I don't think it's accurate because I tested it. It says 35,000 on the LP tokens. I don't think I'll get 35,000%. It'd be great if they could correct that. But then you should expect a correction, right? Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but this is normal, healthy movements. But guess what happens next? Because it's hard to get in and out of the markets. I was saying this to my internal community. Because I got my free Elite Wave and Fibonacci masterclass in the link below, and I teach you how to read the psychology of the market, buying and selling behavior of the markets, and you'll find 50 to 60% of the time the patterns are really, really clear, and even the analysis that I do, around 50 to 70% of the time, it's pretty much bang on. But we only do probabilities, never certainties. That's really, really important to understand. But then what you want to know is that this whole movement here is just the first wave. And then the next correction will just be the second wave on a macro degree. And what's really going to be exciting and sexy, like this is the beautiful stuff, is when we move into the next wave, which is wave 3, right? That's what we should anticipate, right? So if you're speculating and you're not participating in the IDOs, or you want to plan your exit, man, I'm telling you, this, I'm totally forecasting here. So take this with a pinch of salt. But let's just say it does this. The typical region for the next wave, because it's hard to get in and out of the market. Sometimes it's just better to participate in the IDOs and then wait. But the next wave, based on if we do get a correction down here eventually, somewhere down in this region is the next real wave. And this over here is $5.54. And then this is $8. That's $8. Yeah, $8.24. $8.24. So I wanted to show you something else as well, because when I was doing I didn't cover it in the video because I didn't want to. In the last video, I didn't want to give you too much information because I covered a lot on the fundamentals, but I did a lot on the tokenomic side with SafeLaunch, and I put a whole spreadsheet together. And what I wanted to look at the spreadsheet was really, the vesting schedules. I wanted to look at how much is mining, pre-sale, the team, the marketing, the liquidity on the DEX, the airdrops, and the time scale. And I just put it all together because sometimes it's a bit confusing when you just see it all lumped into one on the documentation. And I literally just kind of went in greens, like what's been released, etc., etc. So what I showed, because some people were asking me, how did you come up with the market cap? Because it's not on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. So I did all the numbers and the math. And the only number I couldn't really peg was the mining. How much has been released for staking your tokens? And I was guessing, 5% to 10%. So it's being a bit conservative. I think around 10% of the tokens might have been released through mining, but it probably is a lot less. SafeLaunch, if you guys can update me, but that would say the circulating supply of the tokens is 3 million, 3.6 million tokens. At the price of doing the video, the 69 cents, it gave us a 2.5 million market cap. At today's price of $1.69, I think that's what we saw it, the market cap is still 6 million, which is tiny for a private round pad, IDO pad, which is doing good projects. Like Gamey did it's a 17x at its highest, and it's only getting started because they launched their main project in January. I think it is January, which is esports play to earn GameFi, right? That's what they're doing. 6 million is still quite low. So when you compare, buying power. So just to also be very clear, I'm trying to look at value for money, right? Because everyone wants the Bluezilla launch pads. AdaPad would be perfect, Valus pad would be perfect, and so on and so forth. But to get top tier or to get $200 allocations on an IDO with one of those, you have to pay like 100 grand, 200 grand, 150 grand, 60 grand, and it's very expensive. 2 months ago it was a lot cheaper, but right now it's very, very expensive. And if you've got those funds, I would say go for it, especially Postpad coming out in a week, right? And that's going to be really, really powerful. I think that's going to do a 300x easily. Yeah, based on where we are in the market and the hype around it. And no other projects are really launching until Postpad's really, really completed. That's my cat jumping around, if you heard that in the background. So anything else I wanted to cover? I don't think so. Here we've got the tokenomics, bump. So there you have it. It's just a quick update on SafeLaunch. It's the IDOs are performing well, and always take IDOs with a pinch of salt. I like to be risk-free at a 10x. So if you're putting in a grand in an IDO and it does a 10x, selling 10% means that you got your money back in your pocket and there's no risk, because IDOs can do anything. They're young baby projects, high risk, high reward. A lot of it's on speculation. A lot of it's to be proven. The team, the security of the contract. Are they going to be able to deliver the sales, the marketing, the customer acquisition, just the development, launching on time, fulfilling their roadmap, and so on and so forth. So a lot of it is speculation. So even when you do get a 5x or a 10x, it's healthy to take 10 or 20% off the table, back in your pocket. You're risk-free. That means you can participate in a lot of IDOs. Because at the moment, SafeLaunch, they did 2 over the weekend. They did Earther, which I got into, sugar something, TIP, TIP is the name of the code, and I just got why they call it TIP. I missed that one because I got the timing wrong. They got the NFT pad on the Monsters of Revenge. That's today, or Monster Hunt. So the main thing I just wanted to get across is plan the business plan, right? You want to plan your business plan or get your business plan into play. So you're not thinking in the moment. When it does a 10x, it's natural to feel, hey, is this topping out? Should I be selling? Should I be holding more? Whereas if you planned it in advance and you just said, if it hits a 10x, I sell 10%, right? Or whatever your plan is. Just the main thing that you have a plan and then execute your plan. All right, let's finish on a quote. What's the quote today? We are going for MJ, Mr. Michael Jordan. Yes, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. The reason I wanted to read that today is because crypto is new. And when something is this new, the user interfaces, the language, the user experience, just everything. The language, that NFTs, non-fungible tokens, like what the heck is that? GameFi, what is that? I'm going to do some videos more on GameFi because it's a very big deal. We're looking at MetaMask, we're looking at cross-chain, we're looking at bridges, we're looking at decentralized exchanges, we're looking at IDOs, initial DEX offerings, INOs, initial NFT offerings. We got IGOs, initial game offerings, which is the same thing as an IDO, it's just that it's for games. So, it's important that we get these clear. But it's okay to get it wrong once and learn. If you're making the same mistake over and over again, then that's a problem. But if you're making it once from a learning, because there's another quote that I love, it's from, I think I've quoted it before, from Black Box Thinking, the book, Matthew Said. It's beneath every success is a mountain of necessary failure. And to learn, we must fail. Not over and over with the same thing, but for the first or second time, it's okay. First time, ideally, you want to learn fast. And then we just kind of keep sharpening it up. All right. Enjoy your week. It is Monday, the 1st of November. November is going to be a bullish month, right? Bitcoin's doing some interesting things. I think we're going to be due a correction soon. I want to do a Bitcoin update, but that's going to be healthy because money's going to probably flow into alts, and then alts are going to take off. Money's going to flow into micro caps, and that's where the big money is, the big money. All right, enjoy your week, and I'll see you soon.